Today, we're going to dig into a massive shift in how software gets made, and we're going to do it by looking at the career of one single developer. His journey, well, it splits almost perfectly into two acts. And his story isn't just about him, it's really the story of coding itself, moving from this world of meticulous, hands-on craftsmanship to something else entirely.
And that really gets to the heart of what we're looking at here. How did one person's career manage to perfectly capture this huge evolution of code? I mean, from handcrafting every line to this new world of AI-driven development? It's a fascinating question.
You see, the story of this developer, Peter Steinberger, is basically a tale of two completely different tech stacks. It's a journey that starts with him being a craftsman, building every single piece by hand, and ends with him becoming more like a conductor, orchestrating artificial intelligence.
And yeah, this slide lays it all out perfectly. On one side, you've got PSPDFKit, started way back in 2011. This thing was built with low-level native code, the kind that's close to the metal and all about raw performance. And on the other side, OpenCloud. It's an autonomous AI project built with high-level AI-assisted code. These aren't just two different projects. We're talking about two completely different philosophies for how you create something.
So let's dive into Act 1, the era of native code. This is all about building software from the ground up. It's a world where performance and precision are absolutely everything, and the developer is in complete control of every single byte. And look, we're not talking about some weekend hackathon project here. We are talking about 13 years. 13! In the tech world where things change in the blink of an eye, dedicating over a decade to one single code base, that's just monumental. It really shows you the deep, patient craftsmanship that was needed to build a top-tier tool from scratch.
You can really see the scale of this effort on the timeline. It kicks off back in 2011, just a side project. But over the next decade, it evolves into this absolute powerhouse for iOS, Android, and the web. And the whole thing culminates in an acquisition after 13 years of just incredibly meticulous engineering.
So let's get into the nitty-gritty, the actual tools of the trade for this craftsman era. This is where it gets super interesting from a technical standpoint. You've got Objective-C for the Apple ecosystem, C++ for that raw cross-platform power, and then Swift comes in later. These are what you call close-to-the-metal languages. It means the developer has to manage everything, memory, performance, every little detail, all by hand.
But after more than a decade of mastering that craft, the industry and Steinberger's focus started to shift. And I mean dramatically. This brings us to Act 2, a complete pivot, a totally new project, built on a radically different way of thinking.
And that brings us to OpenClaw. Now, the goal here isn't just to build another tool, it's to build the tool that builds the tools. An autonomous AI software engineer. I mean, think about that. It's like a super-powered Siri that doesn't just answer questions. It can actually write and build entire applications all on its own. The ambition here is on a whole other level.
And just look at the toolkit for this new era. The difference is just, wow, it's night and day. Those low-level languages are mostly gone, replaced by high-level stuff like TypeScript. And right there, at the heart of it all, is the new star of the show, the AI agent. This isn't just another tool in the toolbox, it's the engine. It's the one writing most of the code.
So this totally new way of building things, it actually has a name, and it's a concept that is absolutely central to this whole shift. It's called vibe coding, and the name itself really captures this new relationship between the human developer and their AI partner.
So what on earth is vibe coding? Well, imagine a human developer just sets a high-level goal, the vibe, right? The AI agent then takes that vibe and just goes, generating thousands of lines of code to make it happen. You're basically describing the destination, not giving it turn-by-turn directions on how to get there.
It really breaks down into this simple three-step dance. First, the human sets the vision, the vibe. Second, the AI does all the heavy lifting, writing pretty much all of the code. And third, the human steps back in, not to write code, but to refine, to guide, and to steer the final product.
And this is where that metaphor from Steinberger himself just clicks perfectly into place. The developer acts as a conductor. Think about it. They're not playing every single instrument anymore, not practicing every note. No, their job is now to direct an entire orchestra of AI agents, making sure they all play together in harmony to create something amazing. Okay, so when you put it all together, it really makes you ask a pretty fundamental question about what it even means to be a developer today.
Are you a craftsman, painstakingly building every little component? Or are you a conductor, orchestrating this huge automated system?
Let's just put these two roles right next to each other and see how different they are. The craftsman, from the past, wrote every line, obsessed over low-level performance, and was a master of very specific languages. The conductor of today sets the direction, focuses on big-picture goals, and is a master of orchestrating AI. It's not just a change in tools, it's a fundamental change in the actual skills you need.
So when you trace this whole journey, from painstakingly optimizing C++ to just setting a vibe for an AI, you're left with this really wild, provocative question. If this trend keeps going, is the future of creating software even about writing code line by line anymore? Or is it more about vision and direction and taste? It's a question that could redefine what it means to be a builder in our digital world.